What's happening, people? So watch prices are going crazy at the minute. We're going to give you our thoughts, do a little recap on 2021 and what we think is going to happen moving into the future in 2022. So last year, 2021, craziest year by far for watch prices. Everything was just going mental. When I'm talking about watch prices, I'm talking about the three biggest movers in watch prices would have been Rolex, Audemars Piguet and Patek. I'll give you an example, the one everyone talks about, the rose gold olive Day-Date 40. Back in 2020, we sold one for around 25,000. Start of last year, 2021, they was kind of late 30s, moving to mid 50s to the end of the year, so kind of like a 20K increase. And now they're kind of like mid 60s, moving to the start of 2022. So that's kind of well over doubled in price. That sort of movement we've never really seen before in the watch market. So another example of a model that's moved quite a lot, just to give you an idea, is stainless steel Audemars Piguets. So I could see them being the next one to jump up, so I bought quite a few at once, just the Royal Oaks. And I was buying them all around the 20K mark. They stayed still for quite a long time, and then within a very, very short period, they jumped to 30. And now, I'm talking probably about a year and a half ago or so. Now you're looking to pay anywhere between 40 and 60, depending on dial colour, whether it's the blue boutique or grey, silver. But yeah, they've jumped a lot. Just to give you another example other than like the olive that everyone's talking about. I've got numerous customers and friends that have bought watches that have seen like 50% to 100% profit in just a matter of months. So yeah, like I say, those sorts of returns we've never really seen before. So let's talk about what's moving the market, what's driving the prices. So this question I get asked all the time, will the bubble burst? Can the prices keep going up? I would have said no a long time ago, and I would have been wrong loads of times, because there's plenty of times where they've hit the highest price and I don't think they can go any further, and they do, they just keep breaking through. Like anything else, it's supply and demand. It's not just the watch market. You look at building materials, you look at cars, everything is making crazy money at the minute and has been for the last year. People are selling their slots in Porsche for silly money for cars. People can't get hold of building materials. So yeah, it's not just the watch market, so that gives people some confidence. And the strange thing is, you find the more the price increases on something, the more people want it. So I was with a trader looking to buy his watch collection. He see a Richard Mille we had quite some years ago for about 40,000 and wasn't really interested in the slightest. That same watch went to about 160,000, and then he tried to have a deal with buying it because it was 160,000. He wanted to be the one wearing a 160,000 pound watch. So you think as something goes up, it becomes more unaffordable for people, but that's not the case. With watches, you find the more something goes up, suddenly the more questions you get asked about it, the more inquiries you get for it, and the easier it is to sell. So yeah, strange how it works in that way, different to probably a lot of other businesses. Is people, I think, now view them as assets. So whereas before you'd buy a watch for 10K, you'd go to sell it and it'll be worth 8. Well, but basically I'll explain how it used to work. We would sell a gold Day-Date for 10,000. 2 years later, someone would come to sell it back to us, maybe for 8,500, for an example. They would be happy, they'd part exchange it for something else, and then we could then sell that watch again and earn a profit, and that's just how it worked. Now you sell a watch to someone for 10,000, they go online and they want 14, 15, kind of the same money or more than what it's online for. So it's very, very different now. But because of that, I think people are viewing them as assets, so they're very, very confident in them. So when someone's spending 10,000 on a watch, they don't see it as they're spending the money. It's more like they're placing the money into it, if that makes sense. So I don't know, someone treats their partner to a watch, it's like a big present, but a lot of people probably feel the money hasn't really gone anywhere, and I think that's what's really made the market boom. A massive contributor to why they're so difficult to get, there's no stock in any of the ADs, so the authorized dealers. There's no stock across the brands. Rolex, you can't get anything from. Even the most basic normal models you can't get. There's waiting lists, you need to be a previous customer. So how it works, kind of the more spend you have and the more watches you bought, the more chance you've got of getting things. But a lot of people find it hard to get started when you don't have any spend. So that's why you've got the best models, they sell out, and then the people are trying to buy the kind of next ones down to get on the list, and then they sell out because everyone's buying them, and it goes down until there's nothing left, and that's basically what's happened now. So I'll give you a story. I went into Richard Mille to get a strap for a watch we got, and they didn't have one watch in there to sell. So if I said, I'll buy anything off you today, they didn't have nothing to sell. And he said they had a list of 25,000 very good customers that was waiting for watches. So you've got 25,000 people in front of you that have got a better chance of getting a watch, and they don't have a watch to sell. So that's kind of what makes suddenly the prices boom, and they're not going to catch up kind of tomorrow. I think it's going to be years until they catch up, even if they do. So what's going to happen to the prices? This is the big question everyone always asks. Is the bubble going to burst? Can they keep going up? The honest answer is we don't really know. So it's probably not exciting or what you really wanted to hear, but it's the truth. We would have said quite a few times before they seem to be as high as they're going to go. Right now, being honest, I can't see an end to it, because they're just going up week by week by week. It's crazy. We've got still sports models that are 15, 20,000, and they're going up kind of like 250, 500, £1,000 a week, because of the supply and demand problem. It's not just picking prices, it's people are paying this money. So when we're talking about these prices, it's not we're making a price up and the watch is sitting there. These watches are priced up and people are kind of desperate to buy them. They're being put on groups and being sold. Customers are calling us, they're being sold. They're moving very, very fast. So I can't see an end to it right now. Is the bubble going to burst? I don't think so, no. I don't think it can burst. There's too much of a supply and demand problem, too many people want them. I don't see any reasons why the market would go down a lot. I think at some point it's going to have to slow up. The prices can't keep going the rate they're going forever. So I think at one point it will slow up slightly, but there's nothing to worry about. I think worse ways, you're probably going to be level, or it's not going to go up as much as these crazy numbers that people are seeing. But right now, the start of 2022, I can't really see it slowing for now. More importantly, what do you think? Let us know. It'd be interesting. I know for sure 2022 is going to be another really fast and exciting year for the watch market. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Just a few of our views to get them out there. We'll see you all soon.